Hey guys, Happy New Year, and as always around this time of year I was thinking a lot about New Year's resolutions, and one of mine is to create more, because I don't feel like I did a lot of that last year. I was thinking about what can I do to set myself up for success, because saying I'm going to do something doesn't really help if I'm not prepared for it. And I realized that I have been avoiding my creative space a lot just because it's very eclectic, to put it nicely. It's messy, things don't have places, and a lot of the stuff I've kind of collected through the years, taken from my childhood home to college to an apartment to here, and some of that needs to go for this to work. So this week I'm going to be focusing on just figuring out what I want to keep, what I want to let go, and finding a way to make my space work for me. I made a rediscovery, which is this CD from, let's see, it's Coldplay Ghost Stories. It is the one and only CD I've ever bought. I thought CDs looked really cool. I was in my Tumblr days, and I've never actually had anything to play it on. I mean, I suppose my first car had a CD player, but my current one doesn't, and I don't know, fun memory. I remember I got this at Starbucks. I really just wanted to get a CD, and I knew who Coldplay was. This might seem a tad counterintuitive, but it's just going to get messy before it gets cleaner in this case. So my closet has shelves that are completely haphazardly organized, and I'm just going to go through one shelf at a time, the first one being my camera and technology areas. Some of these I can definitely get rid of because I bought them honestly so long ago that this isn't doing me any good anymore. Although I'll go through and make sure there's no like cords or anything in there, but this is really just taking up space. So, I'm sick. I don't know if you can hear it. I started feeling it last night, and then this morning I woke up and without a doubt I knew that I had a head cold. It's not the end of the world, but a little annoying. Either way, I can continue working on my closet. So yesterday, as you saw, I went through most of the tech stuff, and now I can actually fit my sewing machine up there, which is great because I didn't know where to put it. And now I have all of the art and craft stuff. There's a lot. There is a lot. So today I'm going to be taking all that out and sorting it so that I can really get a feel for everything that's there. It's hard to imagine it, but this is 7 years worth of my planners. I can definitely see the different eras I was in. I got into the passion planners when I was in high school, so I think the earliest one I have is from 2018. I'm not sure if that's my first one. And then I tried Hobonichi. I was really just influenced by all the people on Instagram who have absolutely gorgeous planners. I could not keep up with that. Then bullet journals, which is like the current era that I'm in. And randomly I would try traveler's notebooks, but they're just too small. It's really interesting looking back through them because I use my planners so differently through the ages. And I'm pretty sure at the very beginning, it wasn't even really a to-do list. It was like using Google Calendar, and I don't know, it is interesting to see how much my daily life has changed just by looking through these. Now that everything is out of my closet, I get to test it all out because some of these I've had probably since middle school. So it's been a while and I need to make sure they work. There's no point in keeping things that aren't working. But it was fun seeing kind of the phases I had. Like I definitely had a character drawing comic phase. Not that I was any good at it, but I really liked watching other people do it. And so when an art store was moving and they didn't want to take their inventory with them, they had a big sale. And let's see, this is a marker pad from Art and Design. I think I've used one page from this. And of course there was the wood burning phase. That's a little bit more recent. I follow someone who does kind of illustrative designs on wooden utensils and cutting boards. I think it's gorgeous. And then I got a practice piece of wood and it was not as smooth as I was hoping. So there's this. I'm feeling a lot better now that it's all organized instead of just shoved into the closet. It wasn't the best look. I'm letting my watercolor palettes just dry out so there's no mold because that was an issue. The first honorable mention is this painting. I completely forgot that I did this. It's of a, I guess, shipwreck, you would say, in Northern California, and I used to go to it a lot with my dog. I completely forgot about this. I think I need to put it up in a frame because I actually really like it. Dishonorable mention. Not the products themselves, but the mold in both of them. They smell terrible. This one, the Hemi, I believe you say, the Hemi palette It's not the paints themselves that are molded, it's actually the brushes that came with it and the wood on the brushes. But I'm afraid that the gouache is also compromised, so I think it's just gonna have to go. And this is just a Daniel Smith watercolors, and it looks like the top was popped open. And it rattles. Watercolor's not supposed to rattle. Next honorable mention is ink. Because I clearly wanted to get into this at some point and probably put it on a birthday list or a Christmas list. I don't own anything to actually use these, but I have so many. I don't need this many of something I've never used before, so clearly I need to actually start using it so that it doesn't go to waste. But yeah, so much ink. I'm gonna have to get a dip pen or something. Oh no. Dishonorable mention, the marker sketch pad. I don't know if it's the markers or the sketch pad or the age of the markers, but they squeaked so badly. It felt like nails on a chalkboard. I just couldn't do it. And also the markers just kind of sat on top of the paper, which made them a lot streakier than when I tried them on just normal paper. This one is more of a neutral mention, because I don't know what it is. They're just these two little metal jars. They kind of remind me of like contact cases. But I don't know what this is. There's a little clip at the end. If you have any idea what this is, let me know, because I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't know what it is either. Last honorable mention, because it's really random, are these quick study guides. One of them at least somewhat makes sense. It's psychology. It doesn't make sense with my art stuff, but I at least have taken a psychology class. I hated it, but at least I've taken a psychology class. I don't know why I have a, wow, this really dates it. I am abbreviations, texting, and emotions. Oh no! I am services, Yahoo Messenger, AOL Messenger, Google Talk. How old is this? On the back it says 2009. Oh no. I mean, I suppose I could have gotten it after that, but even the emotions, they don't even call them, oh my gosh, they don't even call them emojis, they call them smileys. Okay, well this is a relic, I gotta keep this. I'm trying something a little bit different out, so if you can spot it, let me know and tell me if you like it or not. But that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and goodbye until next time.